Yeah, that was another holdover from the earlier builds of the game where it was very Quake inspired. You know how Quake has
Yeah.
shootable switches all over the place? Originally, there were a lot more of these, but they got drastically culled back when, I guess, the direction of the game changed. There's also meant to be a hint of it here that you can actually see the minigun through this grate, but a lot of people miss it because there's just bright lights all over the place. Like, it's the
Yeah.
problem with this game is, like, I know a lot of people get lost when they're trying to run around. And a lot of that comes down to it's like usually in a game you'd put like a light down to say, okay, go this way, like try and guide the player in a certain direction with lighting. But the problem with this is there's lights all over the place, like everything's
So
glowing.
the solution
Yeah.
would be to use absence of light to guide the player.
Exact, yeah. Well, that too, but and it's like, and that it's like, oh, I
Yeah.
go this way, and it's been very difficult. So in the end, I was kind of like, screw it, I'll just put down a bunch of objective markers and say this is the way.
Yellow,
You guys,
yellow tape.
Can
You
we
got-
get inside the No Chainsaw Club?
so have you guys? Spoiler, but have you guys played the last secret level? No, nobody.
No.
Hey, all right.
No.
Well, I'll save that for you. I'll save that for you guys to find out.
Mm,
Like, oh shit! Now I gotta find all the cassette tapes.
yeah.
Someone is not happy.
I don't think I had fun in this secret level.
Someone is not happy with
Me-
this
me-
information.
Me is
mean-
grumpy, me no like work.
I mean, there's probably a cheat or something that does it. Actually, no, I haven't put a cheat in that gives you all the cassette tapes for episode 3 yet. So, unfortunately, you got to do it the hard way,
Fun way.
the fun way.
I'll
Yes,
take- I'll
the
take
way
it.
that involves work. You guys, Evil Dead fans?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
By the way, what I wanted to say at the minigun pickup, I had a really smooth brain moment when I first tried to get this minigun here early, because for all the love of me, I couldn't find the switch.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I knew how to operate it, I just couldn't find it anywhere. Despite the very obvious painted on arrows.
Oh yeah, but they're still pretty easy to miss though. That's another
Yeah,
thing. It's like the same deal with the lighting, right? It's like yeah, you can put lights in to help guide the player, but the other alternative is okay, I'll put arrows down to guide the player, but then the flip side of that is there's graffiti on all of the walls, right? Like, you
Yeah.
look at an arrow, you look at an arrow, and you're like, oh, that's just another piece of graffiti, but no.
No. I literally couldn't find even the graffitis.
Oh no.
Yeah. I'm pretty blind, not gonna lie.
So this is
You and me both.
So I did fix this cinematic, so the hands are correct now. But it used to be that the hand on the left was a human hand, and the other hand was a robot hand, when it should have been flipped.
Oh man. Didn't notice that.
But that
I always
animation,
wondered.
that animation goes all the way back to the first like reveal trailer back in
Yeah.
2020. It's super old.
Something I always wondered about was how do the wall run boots work? The chainsaw leg, or is it just on one? Like, is the boot just on one?
Oh yeah, that's I think. Let's have a look.
He gallops. He gallops on the walls.
I kind of yeah. It was funny because I put a video out saying, here's how the chainsaw leg works. Oh god, that's a bug. Look at that. Look at that. It's stuck in the wall.
Oh
I put a
no.
video when I put the first video out showing how the chainsaw legs worked. It had a wall running segment in it, and people thought that the way wall running works was you activate your chainsaw and you like glide along the wall running. But no, it's just boots. So
Boot.
it's this unfortunate sucker. You don't actually ever see the boots on your feet, but I guess lore wise, these are replace your shoes.
I guess it would just slide down with his foot,
Rage 2 reference.
right?
Rage
Like
2.
his foot goes
Yeah.
backwards when the chainsaw leg comes out, right? So I guess it's
Yeah,
Unfortunate.
so well, I mean, technically, you're not allowed. You're not able to. Yeah, the way the leg works is it's Can I
Oh,
get a
yeah, I
good view
never
of it?
noticed that.
Yeah, let's get photo mode this. Oh, you can get robot Johnny now.
Nice.
Let's
Nice.
see. Yeah, so it's like his foot bends down,
Yeah.
and this looks really jank. It could look a lot better.
And how does it look when he's sliding?
Sort of the same. It looked a bit better on this version. You also notice how the pelvis is full 360 degrees. The original story behind that was he's got a robot pelvis as well, so he's got like a
Yeah.
full swivel. But that was kind of lame, so I kind of just put it there and hope that nobody would notice.
I think it's funnier that it's canon that Johnny is sliding on his ass all the time.
Yeah,
Powered
Yeah.
by rockets on his feet.
he's got
Well-
a smooth ass.
I was kind of thinking too, like, what would an
This is
actual
the funniest line I ever heard.
like what does he actually look like in game? Because he's got the rocket arm too, or does that only come out like if he's about to micro missile?
Oh yeah, so that's yeah. The way the micro missiles work is like it's kind of tucked in on his arm, and then when he activates it, this hand comes out and it just comes out of his arm. But
That's why there's got the zipper on his jacket so it can flap open for the.
yeah, I will
Cool.
say there is a lot of stuff in here that doesn't really make a lot of sense, and I've kind of
Yeah.
left it to this doesn't make sense. It's cool though. I just hope nobody looks too much into it.
I mean, to be fair, you don't really, unless you're in photo mode, you can't really see Johnny too much. Only
Yeah.
a couple times
Yeah.
in the game.
Yeah, he's kind of yeah. I mean, if it was a third-person shooter, none of this would work. Like get away with a lot of stuff being in first person.
Yeah.
Alright.
You guys plan on adding more modes and more maps to Endless?
Yeah, so we got one coming, which I think ideally I want to have about 3 or 4 maps for Endless by the time it's finished, like completely finished. It'll just be a slow trickle of content updates, but I want to get the next one out and within definitely next month. But the thing is, I kind of want to make sure the multiplayer's up to a good standard before I push that out, just because I know right now the only way to really play co-op is through Endless, and if I put another content update out, I want to make sure people can actually play it together. But yeah, I'm hoping next month there will be a new Endless map. Not sure what it's going to be yet. I did put a poll out a few weeks back asking people, hey, what kind of map do you want for Endless? And it seems everybody is keen on an Artifact Zero theme one, so like one on a train.
Oh yeah, Johnny's old design is on those
Oh yeah,
displays.
good
Yeah.
catch. I'll just kill these guys. But yeah, new Endless map hopefully next month. So here's what Johnny used to look like.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Yeah, have you seen this android?
Yeah.
In one of the old builds, it ends with you dying in a trash compactor.
Oh yeah, that's the alternate version of Moore killing you.
Yeah.
So Moore originally chucked you in a trash compactor, but that was when the last level was going to be not in Napalm Blitz and it was going to be in a scrapyard. But that changed quite late.
Like I imagine that I assume that the final level of Turbo Overkill, like Final Purge, I assume it was gonna be having in my theory, it's gonna have like a music based on Keygen Church, but it's just a stupid theory I have in mind.
Yeah. You guys had a lot of good theories. I
assumed. I also assumed that at the ending of Turbo Overkill, I thought that when Johnny purges Sin, I thought that everything that was made with Sin will go away, even including Johnny himself.
Yeah, that is a bit of a. I guess Yeah, it's a little bit of
Though-
a plot hole, especially because he yeah, there's that little robot that embeds itself in him at the beginning of episode 3, right? Like that kind of doesn't get followed up again, and I kind of want to. Yeah,
Just felt
there's a
like
few,
it.
just there's a few things I kind of forgot about while I was writing the story that I kind of want to revisit in the future somehow. But yeah, I mean, I guess Johnny's kind of Teratech, right? Like he's still. That's a good point, actually. I mean, technically, he should be dead.
If I was ever born in the,
I
in
don't.
if I
You
was ever,
first.
Gotta stay alive for the sequel.
Just gotta keep
Where do
making
you,
turbo games.
What do you think your favorite weapon
Milk
is?
until it's dry.
I think probably the boomer. I stick with this
I like
thing
the
quite
boomer
a bit.
too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it's so versatile.
The one
can
weapon
just-
I animated.
Oh
I
yeah,
can
so
just
this is
quick draw like it's Overkill and then shoot all my enemies out of sight.
Because I reanimated the boomer back in about
Yeah, so this is-
2021.
this is one of the weapons boot animated. Actually, it might be the only weapon. Am I
It
right?
is
I
the
can't-
only weapon.
Yeah. So boot's the
I
animator
love
on
that
this one.
you added the little air boost to it. It's super nice too.
Oh
Just
yeah,
gives
when
it
you look
that-
down.
Yeah, it just gives it that little bit of extra utility to it, to where you want to have it out.
I almost got rid of it because when I put it in, somebody posted a bug report saying when you look down with the boomer, it flies you up into the air. And it's like, oh
Strange.
no, I've introduced the bug.
But that's actually nice. It's like that one shotgun of Scout in Team Fortress 2.
The
Ah,
force
yeah,
of
Force
nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Force of Nature, the toxic gun.
It gives it that little extra oomph too. Like it's like so powerful, it can push you up in the air. You know,
Yep.
When have I get
And it's a nice rocket jump alternative actually.
for sure.
Yeah. Sure, yeah.
It's funny once you get to the end and you can swap fast, you can like burn all your ammo to get really high in the air.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I gotta nerf the quick switch augment. Oh
Yeah,
man,
we
I've
figured.
missed something.
Do you know how you're gonna nerf it yet?
I'm probably just gonna stick it at the end of the game.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it needs to be nerfed
Um,
because honestly, I kind of prefer the old one already, which is much slower. I just don't think.
Well, I was training with Mayo one day, and I was like, because we were talking about it too. It's like, what the hell do we do with this picture that's completely busted? I mean, this augment. And one of the things I suggested, but it was going to be too hard to implement, was if you were to go like this and just like smash your weapons over and over and over again, like it will break your weapon like physically in your hands. It will just explode. But yeah,
Maybe someone using a macro could like break the game with it, but I don't think the human mind cannot process this fast of a gameplay. I think
It
I
can.
yeah.
Well,
It's like,
like
Well,
literally.
I'm not human. I am not human. I can
No,
process it.
women are not human.
we're all
Johnny, I'm Johnny. Yeah, I'm Johnny from the Turbo Overkill. Trust, I have the same exact like features and everything. Trust me.
No, he's literally me though. He's literally me. It's like Ryan Gosling.
I was gonna
No.
say, is this the Ryan Gosling meme again? Oh,
Oh shoot.
I mean,
what? Sex
Oh.
bar.
sex
Oh.
bar. That's another holdover from the early alphas. There was a bar called the sex bar.
Oh, there's there's
Sex.
a bar called Sex Bar in Dead Link as well. Man, these
There's a
cyberpunk
museum
cities
of sex
getting
over here.
unoriginal with their names. Now we just have Fry. We got
That's my face. That's just me.
Oh,
Really? Is that your
Damn it.
face?
Face
Yeah.
reveal?
Seriously?
Face reveal?
Face
Oh
reveal.
my god. Face reveal. Real.
I'm gonna dox you. I'm leaking your IP
yeah,
address on
the
Reddit.
leaker
leaker has
real.
doxed man.
No
Get
way.
doxed. Lol.
Get
This is the
doxed.
face reveal of all time.
Yes.
Yeah, I've forgotten. Did I? Oh, no, I got the no, I got the tier tick right. I'm probably not gonna 100. Oh no, I have 100% of it. Okay, great.
That's actually
there's-
what I've been doing earlier. Going and finally doing the 100% run.
So
Yeah,
until a new beta goes live, well, when it goes from beta to the main branch, it's actually not possible 100% yet because some of the levels don't have correct enemy counts. So if you try and 100% kills on something like Exodus, it won't work, unfortunately. Because
Dang,
I
that's funny too,
Damn.
because Exodus is the one that has like tons and tons and loads of enemies.
Oh yeah, it's a real pain in the ass. That level. But what have I done? Oops.
He
to
has
100%.
fallen.
Even testing that level sucks because you have to run through the whole level to hit all the loading zones. You can't just skip from the beginning to the end. You have to go through the level bit by bit. And I absolutely hate testing that level because it takes so freaking long.
Yeah, you
Uh,
spent a good amount of time like reworking that one too. I remember.
It was that level sucked when it came out. Like I even knew when I finished it. I was like, I remember clicking the launch button. I was like, okay, this is all good, but Exodus is
that's
a pretty
the
shit
that's the
level.
Dick Neon. That's the Dick Neon. I
Oh
told you.
yeah, the there's a few of them in here.
The Dick Rocket Neon.
I do apologize for my excessive use of hiding phalluses in the game.
That's okay.
Don't apologize.
It's still
Please
perfect.
don't.
I
This
just
was
That's
can't help
okay.
myself.
We all like some dick
We
sometimes.
know.
On the wall.
So,
Oh,
Laser Strike. That's an actual
Where's the
place
dick?
in. I'm sure it'll pop up somewhere. But Laser Strike's like a laser tag place in the city I grew up in.
Nice.
There's a few
Little
references
hometown
like
reference.
that. Hometown reference. I love these billboards, like this one. They're the most shitty augment ever. Long fingers.
Holy shit.
Those look like
Oh,
yummy
that-
fries.
vacuum hands.
I'll eat them.
Vacuum hands. Let's go. Dude,
That'd be
that's the
super
best
awesome if you could get
augment
the
right there.
What
I will
Yes.
eat those
what does it want to
fingers.
sell anyway? What does it want to sell?
Augments.
Vacuum hand
Oh,
augments, of course. That was just when I spent a good month just pinching stock photos and just making the most stupidest shit I could make.
Someone with those fingers will make a woman really happy someday.
Do maternal reference.
I
Of
saw
course.
that earlier.
This used
No,
to have
wait, from the
caffeine
hit
spelled
game?
wrong. Yeah,
What? The hit game Doom Eternal.
yeah.
It's
You all know
reference.
that
No
game, right?
way.
Hey,
No way.
Fury Cola.
What else?
Graffiti.
Anyway,
Do you know the hit game Shadow Raid Shadow Legends?
has anybody actually played Raid Shadow Legends?
I don't
No,
know.
I never
And
did,
I'm
but
never
I
going
think
to.
some of the others are quite annoying.
It's still
Yeah,
a very
because I'm not
basic
interested.
game.
I'm not interested in turn-based RPGs.
Hmm. Is it a desktop game or a mobile game?
Mobile.
Uh,
Game.
It's a mobile game. It's a turn-based, like not RPG. I think it's more like a dungeon crawler.
Okay.
But it's
It's a gotcha game.
it's a gacha game, yeah.
Gotcha.
No.
So it's
what?
pay to win.
Oh god.
Very pay to win.
Yeah, and funnily enough, there's a mode in the game that like plays by itself. You don't have to do anything. You can just leave
It's one of those.
Yeah.
phone alone and it will fight enemies
Yeah.
on and on and on and on.
Yeah, it's got auto
mean-
battle mechanics.
Each to their
But you
own, I
can
guess.
play ninja, so I would say that makes the game 20 times better.
The devs never had any faith in the game being good, so they just made an auto player.
No. But what does it have Ryan
The
Gosling in it?
marketing team went ham. I don't know why, but they did.
I think
Because
every game
money.
would be better if it had Ryan Gosling in it.
No,
I think
No,
anything
because-
would be better.
yeah, just
Yeah, literally anything. Like the water you drink, if there is a slither of Ryan Gosling in it, it's better. It's good.
yes, because it's about me. No.
I like this. I liked his data disc because it shows that Turbo could have had a different life, maybe.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of backs. Like, so we had Scott Fay come on board, who's I won't play the old log, sorry, but yeah, we had Scott Fay come on board, who's like an amazing writer, and he he was involved in a lot of the putting together more of a backstory for the characters. So Johnny has like a big past about how he used to work for like the police force, cleaning up Paradise, and then he was fighting against.
This is a major downgrade for his career.
Oh yeah, well,
Yeah.
his
Upgrade,
character would
upgrade.
despise upgrade. I guess
That is an
technically.
upgrade. That is an upgrade in my book. Die law enforcement. Let's go. I don't. No political statements. I just don't like anybody.
But he
Boy gotta glow up.
like the old idea
You gotta
was
blow up.
like they despise street cleaners, and then he kind of becomes what he despises. But yeah, there's more info on that later. Like we got the comic coming out.
There's also a Dick Rocket.
Man,
also
I'm
what's
hyped for
that?
the comic.
Yeah,
There was also a Dick Rocket, and it was yellow. What does it
Oh.
mean?
Hey, hopefully the comic won't be as bad as the boys comic book.
Yeah, I heard that was a bit.
Oh,
Yeah, I've heard that's something where like the show is far better than the source material.
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Man. Ooh.
Well, the comic is literally just a power fantasy, while the actual show is like, hey, we're gonna make interesting characters.
Right. They in the comics, the Homelander is literally a racist.
So, fun fact about the boys is Carl Urban, who's Butcher, and Anthony Starr, who's Homelander. They're both New Zealanders.
Yeah.
Which
Oh
is
my
weird.
God.
Also,
American Heroes New
Carl
Zealander.
Urban played Doom guy in the Doom movie.
And Dredd and
The-
Judge Dredd.
Did he play
Yeah.
Doom Guy or just one of the guys?
No, he did play the Doom guy. I know.
Well, he
His
played the
name-
equivalent of the Doom guy.
Yeah.
John
New Zealand's
Grimm.
trying to- New Zealand's
I
trying
don't
to
know, the
defeat-
Doom
I'm
movie is
so
a mess.
terrible. And he played Dredd as well, Judge Dredd.
Yeah,
Still need to rewatch that. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix.
I'm gonna be right back.
We have Netflix in New Zealand, but we have nothing on Netflix in New Zealand. It's the worst. It's the most biggest farce. Like you try and browse the library of stuff to watch here in New Zealand, it's just nothing. It's just like
I
I
like
agree.
that.
Same thing with my country too.
yeah,
Look how
it's-
meaty it is on his arm, though. Here,
Oh yeah,
Hey.
it's bigger. It's bigger when he's holding it, but when he actually flips it out, here it's like. Yeah, so
It's a toy.
I don't know,
Y'all have Breaking Bad on Netflix in New Zealand.
no, we have it on Neon, which is another service entirely. So you got to pay for like 5 different streaming services just to get what you want.
But
Don't
why though?
pay for Netflix.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
subscription services are literally just new cable now, okay?
Pretty much. You can see here in slow mo how the arm comes out. It's literally just an extension of his hand, so it folds in every time he pulls it out.
That's actually really sick.
The shame that I put all that work into the animation and it's like just like that. You can barely even see it.
Well, we
But
saw
hey,
it
at
now.
least you get to see the middle finger.
Yeah,
And you
Yeah.
get to see it in turbo mode.
that's true.
Yeah. Whoa, you're not quick.
My
swapping.
favorite part in Turbo Overkill was when Johnny Turbo said it's turbo time and turboed all over the place.
So,
No,
so you laugh about that, but if you open the level editor and you drop a message trigger in, that's the default message. It just says it's turbo time.
you overkilled Turbo.
I swear to God, I keep playing this, and every time my friends or I finish a level, we always just go, "That was a bit overkill," and I'm not gonna lie.
That was a
I
bit
don't-
turbo overkill.
That was a bit turbo, huh?
It only gets more overkill the more you turbo.
Okay, Turbo.
I'm the
Overkill.
turbo.
It's
to
time
your
to
overkill.
overkill.
I'm the turbo to the overkill. Insane.
I'm
Now-
like I'm like under the mail when he plays Elden Ring.
Ooh.
I have become Turbo, overkiller of words.
Oh, that part of the deal, the freaking episode 3.
So
Got pretty
we
funny.
funny thing about that line is I actually didn't even know what it was from. I didn't know that was something he said. But we wrote the script and recorded it before the movie came out, and then the movie came out, and I was like, "Oh God, what have I done?"
So you became Oppenheimer as well.
Battle of the Century, Turbo Overkill versus the entirety of Japan. Who would win?
Oh God.
Yeah.
And now Japan bans Turbo Overkill
I-
because too much
These-
violence.
Did they get
It's
Godzilla or
green
no?
and it's pissed.
Does anyone know what this
It's
is from?
green and it's pissed.
So this is,
That is a really
There's a
funny
Wolfenstein 3D
thing I've ever
reference.
heard.
It is Wolfenstein 3D. That's what it
Yeah.
was going to be called.
Yeah, before they got the Wolfenstein name, they thought about calling it It's Green and Pissed.
And that's
It's-
that monster's from Total Chaos.
Oh yeah,
it's
it
green
is.
and
It's the
it's
Drifter.
pissed. It's green and it's pissed
Nope.
because I drank too much
the
Monster
dog.
the night
Fish.
before.
Look,
Yo,
look at that dog. That's such a cute
Bro.
dog.
Dead dog.
Look at the dog.
Aw,
yo,
Dope
you
Fish is
saved Dope
fucking
Fish
dead.
from drowning.
Don't be.
I need the achievement.
Dope Fish, you saved
the
Dope
fish
Fish
drown.
from drowning.
Hang on. Sorry.
Oh wait, yo, this movie theater is sick.
I kept telling myself I was going to put something on the screen, but I never got around to it.
Yeah, sorry. My mom just came into my room, just trying to show me something.
Hi, Mom.
I don't know. Let
Hi, Mom.
other. You should let other
Hi,
people
Mom.
put movies in the in the theater.
As much as
Maybe
I'd love to do that, it's like a big licensing nightmare.
Drive.
You try- Just put Ryan Gosling's face, just like that still frame where he's looking up at the big pink lady.
No. When he says I drive, I relate to him. Okay.
Hey, look, it's me. I'm in the movie.
Yo.
Sir,
I
you're
just gotta
not
say
in the
that. By the way, this is my favorite level in the
I-
in almost the entire game.
I think it's my favorite too. It's the one where everything kind of just worked really well.
Yeah.
And it's the most open level in the game too. Like you can kind of just go anywhere you want almost from the beginning.
Yeah, that's exactly why. By the way.
Unfortunately, I kind of got stuck in a rut with the later levels where they kind of turned very linear. I think this is kind of where it's the most open that's ever been in the game.
I think it's for the better, honestly.
Hmm.
Imagine if you had to play one of the like episode 3 levels, but it was as open as this.
Oh yeah. I think the problem
You would get lost easily.
I kind of shot myself in the foot by the time I got to episode 2, because a lot of the mechanics you get, like the grapple hook and like a lot of the insane mobility, it kind of just ruined trying to make simple levels anymore. Like you had to make levels that accommodated for, like rocket grapples and just insane verticality. And the good thing about episode 1 levels is I could get away with kind of being a bit more
Simple.
controlling, simple and controlling on where the player goes, because you don't have as much movement as you do in
You
the later
still have
episodes.
you still have good movement though,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just,
especially with the strafing.
but it's not insane.
Hmm.
Oh, I love Fury Cola, my favorite drink.
I like
The
Ice
LSD trip.
Killer.
I get all my augments at bra.
Wow.
Bruh.
Bruh, really, bruh.
Wow.
It served the worst augments, man.
Yeah.
My favorite stories go to Dick's.
You guys
That's
all
what I
know
get.
where this room's from?
No, not really.
Isn't that dude?
The third Matrix movie. The one where the guys
Oh.
jump on the ceiling.
Oh, yeah, that's where Neo. That's where Neo said the famous line of it's Matrix time, and then Matrix all over the place. Yes,
Oh my god, so true. I've watched that multiple times.
That's how it happened. Trust me, bro.
This
100%
entire
no
game is
cap.
an LSD trip. That's all I could say.
um,
LSD trip the game.
I guess Paradise is supposed to be like New Zealand of planets.
Oh yeah, I mean, where I live in Auckland, it's like this everywhere. Like crazy green gorilla things jumping around, and
This is an average day in California, I'd imagine, or
Dude,
France.
it actually is. I'm not going to lie.
France.
I'm in California right now. I'm not gonna lie. You step outside, you're dead. Or there's just a bunch of people around.
Yeah, I hear
Oh,
there
no.
are there are a lot of like mob justice over there, a lot of like mass looting, like
And
not one store
Oh, that's just New Jersey.
per looting, but it's like 100 people.
You don't
don't
want to
worry.
see New Jersey, I think.
oh god.
This is the average day in New Jersey. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's funny. The only time I've ever been to the US is for PAX. Like I'd never been to the US before. We showed this at PAX Seattle.
Man, I wish I could go to PAX, but doesn't
was
it cost a lot of money?
It looked like you guys had a good time over there.
Yeah, I enjoy it every time. It's always really hard to talk to everyone because you're running a booth and you're running off having to do interviews and stuff. But I mean, I think it's like $100, $200 to get in or something.
Oh, okay.
I'm not entirely sure.
Like in the future, I'm a game developer. I wanna make my own booth at PAX
Oh.
West.
So if you want to have your own booth, it costs several $1,000s.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it can be. I haven't looked into it myself. I've always just been doing it with Apogee, but yeah, it can get quite pricey. I'm not sure how much it costs us to run a booth, but
Yeah.
when I think I won't say how much it is, but when I heard the amount, I was like, yeah, I can't afford that on my own. I'm probably not gonna 100% this level. I'm probably just gonna have to, because I can't remember where I put everything.
I'm planning to maybe work with CD Projekt Red in the future or Rockstar Games.
Get them to pay for the booth.
Do you guys think that there exists an alternate universe where Johnny's origin story is that he went on a vacation to Romania and got his brain stolen?
His brain stolen. If he got
Yeah,
his brain stolen, what did he get it replaced with? Did he get someone else's brain?
Happiness, maybe.
Could have been to Romania
But
because of his missing body parts.
I want to know what the aliens look like.
Nah,
in the
he
Turbo
went there
verse.
and just like that they yanked it out. They yanked out the brain.
Excuse me, can I borrow this?
Sold it for cigarettes. Probably.
Like the episode 3, Johnny, he's from Georgia because Georgia is pretty hot here, and I'm referring to the state and not the country.
That's my voice, in case you haven't figured out. The guy who.
That
guy
too.
there. Yeah.
Okay, I
That
feel
too. They screaming.
I feel a little
Nice.
bad killing a
Man
New
was
Zealander.
just taking a piss.
Yeah, but
That's
what about
all
the
he
poor?
was doing.
What about the poor person at the bottom, just like getting rained on? I mean, I guess he doesn't know.
Why was his
Well,
best green? Though?
Rain everywhere.
I mean, the
Well,
person who's probably getting rained on probably deserves it if they haven't moved by then. Like, I would have just ran at the first, feeling of it. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
Hey, do a little shotgun jump boost to get the right. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. So the way to do this is oh god. The original way
There's a wall.
I'm starting to think that relying on
Like
a
this.
bunch of increasingly
Alright,
augmented
shotgun boot. Oh.
Alright, I
Alright.
probably need to go now because I need to go sleep.
elements of territory
All good. Thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't.
It's nice seeing you, man.
uh,
Thanks for all the commentary.
Well,
And
I'll probably be doing this tomorrow as well, and maybe the
really?
day after that. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do an episode a day.
okay.
So I'll be. I mean, maybe it's not confirmed yet or anything. I'm kind of just doing these on a whim.
Yeah,
so-
like you said, like I said, man, you're the best game developer I've ever met so far. I guarantee you are dominating the retro game developing experience.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm gonna run.
Right, before I forget, this needs to be said. There is one there is one key thing missing from this game, and it's not actually from the game. It's literally marketing.
Marketing. I hate
Yeah.
marketing. I hate
Alright,
marketing.
see you later,
But-
guys.
That's how you get.
No, but really, this game, it's so good. All right, so I very like it, very much enjoy it. I think everyone who's like into boomer shooters would love it. But just like me, like before a few months ago, I didn't even know that this existed.
Oh, I know existed in 2021, like the early stages. It was 2021, like February.
Yeah, I think back then it was just. Well, the only thing this game really had was like a Twitter channel and a Twitter profile and a YouTube channel. But that was kind of the only real marketing I was doing back then. It wasn't until Apogee came on that they kind of started doing, the booths and a lot of the social media marketing, which I'm very fortunate about. I'm very happy about because social media is something I'm really bad at, and it's not something I tend to forget a lot about.
Don't worry, man.
To be honest, I never heard from Apogee even so.
Yeah.
Before
Should-
Turbo
should-
Overkill.
Should have gone with New Blood, man.
Oh
I
no, not
don't
New
know.
Blood. Not New Blood.
I think
Maybe
New
not.
Blood's more. As much as I love New Blood, I think they're more into. From what I've heard, it sounds like they're more into developing. They're more into developing their own stuff now, rather than
That is,
publishing other games.
yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
And I think by the time, because I was talking with New Blood at one stage, but it never really worked out because I think they may have been in that transition, but also because they're doing the Overkill thing, and it wouldn't really make sense for New Blood to do both Turbo Overkill and Overkill because they are very. I mean, if you look at them, they are very similar games.
Yeah.
Although
Not-
on
Well,
on the
name-wise.
surface, maybe.
yeah,
On the surface, maybe.
Yeah. But as a guy who plays both of them, that's not really true.
Yeah. Overkill is more about like
Style.
weapon combos.
Yes. Styling on enemies.
Again.
yeah. I think somebody
You
once
can win them.
suggested I put a style meter in Turbo Overkill, and I was like, no, I don't think that's gonna happen.
No.
I don't really.
No.
Don't want to say
No.
Turbo Overkill is about styling on enemies. Though.
Dopamine. It is solely dopamine, and I love it.
Power fantasy.
It's more
This
like
is just-
So
no,
Wall
it's
of Cool.
more- No, it's Doom Eternal but good.
Oh,
But
yeah, that
you did
is
not
an honor.
just diss
That
my
is an
boy
honor to
Doom
hear.
Eternal
But
like that.
I love
You
Doom
did
Eternal.
not just diss Doom Eternal like that. What did Doom Eternal do?
Look,
I do like this game.
also like imagine if New Blood said yes to Turbo Overkill. They pretty much have a monopoly on boomer shooters at that point.
I mean,
At
they
that
kind
point, yeah.
of do.
Although, I say like this year alone has been. I mean, I've heard people say boomer shooters are kind of on the way out quite a bit, but this year, like after seeing all the games come out this year, it kind of. I don't know if I really believe that anymore because there's just so many good games coming out. Like I haven't even had a chance to play Bolt Gun yet.
If you like Warhammer, bulk gun
I like
will
the
be out.
I like the art style of it. I never really understood the universe and the lore.
It's
Um,
basically everything that is filthy and brutal in humanity, and throughout the whole universe.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, so
the human faction basically has an emperor that is also a corpse, that is also a fascist, who runs his planets like the Catholic Church,
dictatorship.
but
Oh.
is also an atheist society.
whoa.
Yeah, he hates religion, but then he's like, "Oops, my own son kind of screwed me up. Looks like now
Yeah,
I'm kind of stuck here."
Here
Yeah,
comes
and
the
but
40K lore.
and he's literally kept alive by like I think 100
A thousand.
1,500 like people's blood every
Basically,
day.
wizards. I guess you could say they're called psychers, but they're actually like basically wizards.
The emperor was actually crafted by the minds of like multiple psychers, actually, like 60 psychers. I think.
That's pretty metal.
Yeah.
If you want more of that stuff,
Yeah, but
play
but other psychers are actually banned and are I think executed on the spot if they're found out that they're
I played
psychers.
Darktide. At least I've heard of Darktide.
That
I
game.
almost bought that
I'm talking
game.
about Darktide. I'm talking about Darktide.
Yeah,
I almost bought it, but then I realized I have no friends to play with who are like.
You're
They're
better off
playing video
not
games anymore.
even touching it.
Yeah.
not now, at least. Not now.
I don't know. I don't trust that game anymore.
So this is this is
I
the
was waiting.
this room's a bit evil, but I kind of love this
Yeah.
room.
It's actually very evil.
No, it's
like
too
a hole
easy
in the
for
wall
me.
type room.
When the AI doesn't bug out, it can be quite fun. What the hell is he even doing?
Oh yeah, by the way, the AI gets really funky on slopes.
Oh yeah. The AI, the pathfinding code for this is probably one of the first things I wrote for the game way back in 2019. It's really nasty.
I mean, you cannot notice it other than again the AI being funky on slopes. So because you are pretty much just killing everything in like 0.5 seconds, so the AI doesn't
Yeah.
really get time to shine. Anyway,
Is
Yeah,
the pathfinding based off of the principle of walk in random direction, if hit wall, walk in other direction? By any
Basically,
chance?
it basically generates a bunch of like rays in eight
Okay.
directions, and then it says, okay, which one's closest to the player? This one. Okay, move towards that one. It's very primitive. It's very inspired by the classic Doom games. It's very
Yeah.
similar in how the
That's
AI
sort
works.
of what I meant. The classic Doom style of AI, where it's move towards player if collision walk in random direction.
Yeah.
honestly, again, I think it's for the better because imagine if all the enemies in episode 3 were smart.
Oh yeah. Well, it could be.
That would be like turbo overkill.
Yeah, I kind of feel.
No, it's gonna be like Fear though, since the enemies are smart.
Oh my god, I need to buy some augments. I love the AI in Fear. It's one of the things I remember most about it.
Yeah. Does Japan 2 has intelligent AI as well?
Still need to play that. But yeah, I think definitely. I don't see why they wouldn't have tried to port that over.
Who let the duck in the channel?
Yeah, what's with the duck sound?
The built-in Discord soundboard feature.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
Someone's
why
got
they
the
felt
duck.
the need to add that, but it's a
Someone's
thing
got a
now.
duck, and I need to see it.
It's a very unfortunate
Oh, there is
Discord
none on this server.
I don't think they added any soundboard effects, but
Yeah, there
my
aren't any
god, I'm so
sound
tired of hearing the default ones.
Mhm.
Fortunately, I got the Nitro, so I could play other stuff like this.
Holy shit!
Oh,
That's literally what I just said. Jesus Christ.
That's like the farting version of the name Turbo Overkill.
that
It's like
it was funny because the triple damage power up in this, I tried to replicate the quad damage sound as closely as I could, but I don't think I did a good job of it.
Man, I
maybe
have
you could
some.
maybe you could add like the when Ma says the famous line of you never get a chainsaw dick.
Oh yeah,
Maybe that we could
like that as a sound bite.
someone.
Well, I mean, you could probably get sound bite. Like, I mean, the splice machine has a lot of good sound bites. Let's pinch some off him.
Oh yeah. The splice machine. I don't know if we can talk like about spoilers here, since it's only
yeah.
episode 1.
Yeah, he's got a few good lines in episode 3.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Not just the lines, but the like Easter egg kind of.
Man.
I don't know if you're getting what I'm talking about.
The you mean the one in Sunsets and Vertigo, or?
Yeah.
I don't really like this very much. It's a bit of an eyesore. Whenever I try.
Put your hand in me, you fuck.
Oh
What's
yeah.
my LSD trip? Like my god.
Like looking at some of this room in certain angles, it's like I feel like my eyeballs are getting stabbed.
I mean,
Yeah.
hey, it helps you sleep at night and your eyeballs get tired.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
Turbo
every time I
overkill, the melatonin.
go to bed, I just sit down and look at this for half an hour straight. I'm like, yeah, I'm ready for bed.
My brother in Christ, that's called a mental illness.
Nah. It's just a little feature.
Oh yeah, there's another audio log here.
Greetings, esteemed executive of Terratech. This is Sin, the harbinger of all.
Oh yeah, the finger.
The point has been reached at which I must utilize my power to optimize efficiency and enhance.
I agree. I agree. I just agree.
You expect to hurt them with like emotionally?
Yeah, and let's see if I can chainsaw these
Feelings
guys
are
with my
probably
finger
really hurt.
Ah, no, I picked up ammo.
No, the middle finger is gone.
Emotional damage.
Oh wait, I need to find that sound pad.
So originally we were gonna have it that the middle finger would do damage to enemies if you were to click while having it out, but it never made it in.
Man.
So you said this is the version with the difficulty patches already installed?
Yeah, but I'm playing this on Serve Me Pain and it doesn't feel like it's hard, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I need to have another look at that. I actually posted it and I see a lot of feedback from Iron Furious. So, oh no, he's in the channel. I mean, he's in the chat. But I need to look over that feedback and make sure that it's
Yeah, it's
actually
just,
hard.
It just feels weird that the second most difficult mode, kind of a bit easy.
Yeah, because this is it now, and it definitely doesn't feel difficult. But I don't know if it's just because I've played it so many times, or if it's actually because
maybe
it's hard.
because of that.
What happens if you switch over to Murder Machine?
Well, we can find out. I'll finish this level and I'll switch it to Murder Machine, just for shits and giggles.
All right.
I had to
I'm
say,
really curious because of like the armor bug, or I don't know. Murder Machine was kind of a cakewalk, honestly.
Hmm.
Uh,
Well, let's
maybe
find
like
out.
the last last 3 levels where I had some problems, especially with the last battle with like before the last battle with Sin.
Yeah, I
All
think.
right,
But that was only because like we are confined to very little spaces, and there's 2 slots shooting at
Yeah,
us. So.
I did get a lot of feedback on the last couple of levels that some people did fall off quite a bit, which kind of makes sense because there aren't any other levels in the game where it's like, oh yeah, here's a bunch of platforms that you jump in between.
It's not that I was falling off. It's more like I had very little HP at the end where we had to like navigate the pillars with the sniper rifle, and there was no health around anywhere. So,
Yeah, that is another Scott head, by the way. Yeah, that telefragger thing arena was it was it was a bit brutal. But
all right. I had to.
that's putting it lightly, honestly. But only in the beginning. The second phase of the arena was actually kind of easy, especially with double check and like double heavy damage and whatnot. So so that was nice.
So this is Murder Machine.
So,
Are you sure?
I had to say something about CD Projekt Red went quiet when Turbo Overkill came out.
It went quiet. Oh god, what did I do?
You release a good game that's polished.
I don't know about polish. There's still a lot of there's still a lot of issues. Like
It's
I'm
still
actually-
more polished than the average AAA game like Redfall.
Oh god, yeah. Those poor guys. I mean, I remember when I first saw Redfall, it was kind of it's not the kind of game I expected them to make when I first saw it. I still haven't played it though.
Don't. It's bad. Real bad.
To be fair, I don't think I've played a lot of games since I've started working on this. And having a kid as well, like I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to play any games ever again.
If you're
At least for a little while.
For a little while, yeah.
If you're gonna show your kid Doom when he's 10, okay?
Yeah, well, we'll find out. We'll see. We'll see if it's something she's into. I don't know if she'll be really into the whole video game as much as me, but who knows?
Show him like the original Doom, Counter-Strike 1.6, and Portal 2.
Nice. I miss
If he
1.6.
gets into gaming.
And
I miss the gaming in the late 90s, early 2000s. But that might just be me being a boomer or acting like a boomer.
No way, like the gun from the Turbo Overkill? No way.
It used to be called Satan's Boots.
Satan's
Really?
Boots.
Oh, the boomer.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a cooler name, Satan's Boot.
Wait. Imagine Hellwalker.
Ooh. Got a good ring to it.
Hey, that's a double barrel shotgun from Borderlands 3.
Yeah, I never really played the Borderlands games.
Yeah,
Again, because I have no friends who play those kind of games. Well, they do, but they don't play a lot of games anymore. So it's like, if I want to play co-op with anyone, I have to find people online. But most people online live in like the States, where the ping is like 300 or something ridiculous.
Well, that's...
So this is Murder Machine, but it doesn't actually feel that hard.
Something's wrong. Real wrong.
Like I'm not that good at
feel
this.
it.
I'm pretty bad compared to a lot of people.
Nah, now you see, you when you actually got shot, you lost a lot of HP. So I think you just dodged literally everything.
Gotta go fast.
Wait a
Gotta go
minute,
fast,
the guy
boy.
who made
I got a quiz. Does anyone know what this is from?
Homeless junkie with
Just Dread
DB self for
Dread.
credit.
It's from Dread.
It's from Dread when the door shuts on that guy.
Yep.
Oops.
Yeah.
I missed.
Why did it make a sequel to Dread?
Well, they were gonna,
2012.
but there was like when the movie came out, it kind of tanked a bit because the marketing was just awful. Apparently, that was
Okay,
why.
but when are we watching the real Judge Dredd movie? Did Sylvester Stallone one?
Oh man.
No, I want Drive 2. I want Drive 2 right now.
Been so long since I've watched that movie.
It's actually a pretty good movie.
Anyone seen Barbie yet?
Nah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They-
I've, I've heard very colorful things about that movie.
I'm not going to be tricked into watching another movie about children's toys.
Yeah.
No, but it has Ryan Gosling in it, aka me.
I'm not going to be tricked into watching another movie
Ryan
about children's
Gosling.
toys.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling.
The man himself, the hunk of Ryan, the Gosling of the Ryan.
And he drives in the movie.
Wow.
I
You know
got
what that
bribed
means?
with free food.
Wow, so go away.
Shit. The only reason I watched it was because I got bribed with free food. So
I mean, that's a good reason.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The food was pretty good. Got food poisoning, but that's okay.
Oh, I mean, it must be pretty good if it's still okay even after food poisoning.
Yeah. I have to say so.
So this
No
guy got
way.
his own room. He used to show up in the other room, but
Yeah,
I
only
felt that
boomers know that.
Oh my god!
Young ones.
Why did he do that? He just walked through the crate. That's a bug.
Yeah, that also happens on like the casino level on episode 3, where these guys just rush into walls.
Yeah, they're a bit awkward. It's their hitbox is so massive. That's something I gotta fix. I'll put it on the pile with all the thousands of other things that need to be fixed.
Maybe a solution for that would be if you put like a huge ass collision box just around the whole character.
The thing, ow. So the problem with the, oh shit, oh god, hang on a sec. The problem with these crates is, in Unity, for those who use Unity, like you probably know that every object that you place, you have to tick a box that says this object is static and it doesn't move. And anything that's static, it will, when you click the generate navigation mesh in Unity, it will take into account anything that's a static object and say, okay, don't like make the navigation mesh build around this object. But what I did with this crate is a lot of the times I forget to tick it on this crate, so it'll just get ignored.
So every time you build it, you have to check every single object that is static.
If you're stupid like me and you do it in a real stupid way, you have to do it that way. But if you set it up as a prefab, you can tell it to say, okay, every one of these is going to be static. But that's not how I did it with these, unfortunately. I was a bit silly.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff in the games, like data like that.
Hey, by the way, we talked about the Judge Dredd sequel. Will Turbo Overkill get a sequel?
Well, I'll have to wait and see.
Let's see if it gets.
When are you making a sequel to Shotgun Frenzy?
Oh yeah. Well, I kind of want to. I mean, the next immediate thing I want to do is like I want to try and get Total Chaos back up to snuff because right now the version that's out is like that GZ Doom build, which is kind of a bit tricky to get running nicely these days.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to bring that back up to scratch and the Unreal Engine or something. But there's other stuff that I got going on the side. Nothing I really can talk about yet. But yeah, there is a lot more we want to do with the. There's a lot more we want to do with the Turbo universe. It's just we haven't really. We're still figuring out what we want to do next.
Yeah, maybe instead
Alright, I'm just asking because like the game ended on like a very big cliffhanger.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Yeah, that's what that was just on my mind. Wanted to ask.
Yeah, we wanted to leave it open for the option to do stuff. A lot of people on Discord kept saying it's like, hey, is Johnny gonna die at the end of Turbo? Is it gonna be like one of those bittersweet endings? And it's like, well, I could do that, but then if I do that, then we can't make any more Turbo games.
Better yet, he gets he gets back with his ex.
It's back with Nick, yeah. I love this room. It's probably one of my favorite rooms in episode 1.
So many spirals.
Yeah. Oh, there's
this
a
is
bug.
how garbage are disposed.
Hey, by the way, were you planning the exec's character like this from the beginning, like her voice to like be this very aggressive, like almost trying to pretend to be gangster, but kind of isn't because she's a suit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, from the beginning, I kind of wanted him to be very, like they don't have time for anything. Like they're kind of annoyed at anything that gets in their way. It kind of started out with just like trying out a few voice lines. It's like, oh, can you do like, a very angry person? And then it kind of just stemmed from there. And I think originally the pitch I had for the exec was like, I want an angry taxi driver.
Angry.
It kind of just stemmed from that. It's like, okay, well, the character's going to be this is really angry, aggressive person.
So she became an angry cab company owner.
Yeah, something like that. Then again, like the idea for the exec, I kind of had quite early on. Usually when I think back on a lot of that stuff from the early days, I tend to forget the reason why I did a lot of things.
Yeah.
Sounds awful, but it's like with the plasma gun. Like Mayo asked me, it's like, hey, where did the idea of grabbing projectiles come from? And I was like, yeah, it's like I don't actually remember. It just kind of happened.
You should have asked him, Mail, how is Elden Ring?
Oh god.
Yeah.
He just yells about. People were trying to help him during that whole stream and just yelling at people, saying,
Yeah, like he doesn't want help, but he doesn't want to explore also.
No.
I mean, Elden Ring's it's a pretty massive game. Like it took me a good like 90 hours to finish it. And the only reason I actually finished it was because I had COVID and I was locked down. I was stuck in America. I couldn't fly home because
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, I couldn't fly home because it's like, you got COVID, you can't go on a plane.
Yeah.
So I was like in a country that I didn't know because I'd barely been in the US before that. I was at a friend's place, fortunately, who let me stay there even though I had COVID. It's like all I could do was stay inside and play Elden Ring for 2 weeks straight.
And did he die?
How's Elden Ring though?
I like it. I've always been a big fan of the Souls games, so it's kind of a perfect mix of. It's kind of exactly what I wanted from a Souls game, I guess. If it was going to be open world.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I've seen like very far in the past the Mayo Elden Ring video. I think his biggest problem was that it was complex. Like Like no
It
shooters in RPG.
it is quite a yeah. It's kind of one of those games where there were so many ways to play it. There's so many different play styles. Like for me, when I was playing it, I always just stuck to the same 3 weapons. I didn't really explore variations of builds or anything like that.
But like, what do you? I'm not talking about the literal you. I'm talking about Mayo. So, what does one expect playing an RPG?
Not
Like-
sure. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's kind of
Like-
well, it is. Yeah. I mean, there's a
Well,
lot.
it depends on the type of RPG.
I don't know. I don't want to like trash on Mayo, but I've also seen his like Ultrakill commentary, where his biggest problem was that it wasn't Doom Eternal, Doom 2018. I don't know which one came out at that time. But his biggest problem was with Ultrakill is that it wasn't Doom.
Yes.
Like brother.
And he just got destroyed with the like ratio.
Yeah.
I will admit that I have to be in a very specific mood to be able to play anything that's not like a first-person shooter. Yeah.
No, recently I've been playing a game called Remnant 2. That game's
Oh, yeah.
blast.
It's so I never played the first one. What is it exactly? Is it like a
Dark Souls
first-person
with
shooter?
guns.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I never actually played anything other than first-person shooters until like in my mid-20s. Like I've never played God of War. I've never played Silent Hill. Barely played any strategy games. I played Dark Souls just for shits and giggles, and I got hooked pretty quick.
My first game that I ever played, I recall, was it's a little obscure game. It's called Vigilant 8. It's like a Twisted Metal clone.
Don't think I've heard of it.
It was a PS1 game. It had like cars that you could attach guns to, and that was my first ever like big game experience of my life. And from then on, I think that shaped my taste quite a bit, because I started playing like Need for Speeds and Burnouts and Flat Out. So I was really into like car games at the time. Because I didn't like how my character could die in first-person shooters. I was very little. I was very young.
I never.
But then I started playing like GTA San Andreas when I was like 12, which is nice, I guess.
The earliest.
And that's when it all changed for me. That's when after that I was only playing pretty much first-person shooters.
Yeah, first game I played was probably Monster Bash. I played Doom from like the age of 6 or 7. My parents really didn't like it. Hey, what did your parents think about you playing GTA? Like, did you
Just tell
play
them
it
it's a Christian simulator game, Exorcist simulator game.
Yeah.
The loading as well. God.
Oh my god, I'm getting
the earliest
Doom is the
game
most.
I really remember playing was Lego Indiana Jones.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that too.
Any child from the early to mid 2000s all plays those Lego games, including me. And also
outside.
But my first-person shooter game was Halo 3.
Good
Yes.
good place to start.
Yes.
Nice.
Good game. Good.
Man, split screen was fun back in the day.
Yeah.
Now games are trying to, not use split screen.
I will. In their defense, though, I will say, trying to render split screen is a lot more harder now than
Yeah, it's a
it was back
lot
in the day.
more complicated.
I
Yeah.
mean, but there's no excuse for Halo Infinite though, because there's a working version of split screen in Halo Infinite.
Yeah. 343. What the?
It even looks like it runs fine, like performance wise. Like, why
I
didn't they
think
include
it's-
it?
I think it's more about the hardware because games nowadays require a lot of computational power, and I think that's why there's not as many like local multiplayer games.
Yeah, there's
Because
also a lot of
because the consoles just cannot handle local multiplayer.
Look,
there's also a lot of tricks that don't work in split screen for like rendering. Because you know, if
Yeah.
you're using a deferred rendering engine, then hey, what the hell? It's supposed to be a okay. That was weird. With a deferred rendering engine, you can't really render multiple cameras on one viewport.
Yeah. Deferred rendering is a thing.
Yeah.
I abuse it a lot in my work.
Like this
But
is
also-
this is all deferred. Like
Yeah.
you want to be able to get turbo working in split screen.
Like, I'd say most games released, well, games targeting console and PC released over the last 10 or so years use a deferred renderer.
Yeah.
Especially open world games or games that make heavy use of dynamic lighting.
Yeah.
What's a third renderer?
A deferred renderer, it's a well, to sort of simplify it, it basically is a type of rendering pipeline where instead of shading objects all at once, you basically render out the base color and like normals of all of the objects, and then in a second pass you do all of the shading in screen space. If that makes any sense.
So basically, it's switching like between two frames. There are different things that are being rendered.
No, I don't know. Sam,
like-
could you do a better job explaining it? I'm not
I
good
will
at explaining it in
I will
layman's
try,
terms.
but I'll try, but no promises. But basically,
Yeah.
the way it works is it will render. It'll basically render everything. That you see here, right? And it will say it'll render it in one layer and say, okay, I'm
Yeah.
going to render all of the color data, and it will say, okay, that's done. Now I'm going to move on to the next thing and render all the normal data, and it say, okay, that's done. The problem with that is if you render it all as a single image, you can't really go back and modify that later as you are rendering the frame out. So you kind of have to. I'm also explaining it badly.
Yeah, I
It's,
don't know. I guess a good way of describing it would basically be it
So,
does
like,
everything
it's,
in sort of like
It's like
Well-
sequential rendering.
well, yeah,
Basically.
it's basically it basically renders the image sequentially, unlike a forward renderer, which generally does all of the shading in one pass. Like that's like it's a complicated thing that's hard to describe because it uses what's called frame buffers.
Yeah.
Well, G
So-
buffers.
You're kind of. It's probably why you don't see a lot of split screen anymore. It's because to render deferred, like you're making a lot of trade-offs to be able to render
Yeah.
stuff faster.
Like, one of the things about deferred rendering is it's got a very high upfront memory cost compared to forward rendering. But the advantage to deferred is you can just have a lot of stuff on screen with less of an impact. With forward rendering, there's less of an upfront cost, but if you have a lot of lights on screen, it'll have a much higher performance impacts than if you did that with a deferred renderer.
Deferred rendering.
Yeah, deferred. Well, deferred.
I thought you meant like third, like
Oh,
the
sorry.
number.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no.
No.
Oh, deferred rendering. Oh.
Third rendering in itself is a massive nightmare.
Yeah.
Eh. There's a game on Steam that actually lets you toggle between the two rendering modes. I don't know if you heard of it. It's a zombie game. Not
Left 4
Undertale,
Dead.
but no. That lets you choose. Oh,
But
think.
forward
one was it?
rendering
Which one was
has is starting
Unturned,
to
unturned.
come back. Well,
Unturned.
starting to come back in use case. Like Doom Eternal and Doom 2016 use what's called clustered forward rendering, which is sort of a hybrid between the two approaches.
That engine's black magic.
Yeah.
I don't know how they make it run as well as it does. But they have some real smart people at software working on that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I might have to blitz these last 2 levels. Hopefully I don't get. Yeah, I'm starting to get my ass kicked. So I think Murder Machine might be balanced correctly because it's kicking my ass right now. But I'll leave that beta build up for you guys to play just to see if it's actually if it actually does feel right before I roll it out.
Sounds good.
So this level got a bit of a facelift before 1.0.
Yeah.
The reason being, so same with Ascension. Like the changes seem a bit weird, right? But the reason I did it was because some of the levels just had some very weird flow that didn't really make a lot of sense. Like with Ascension, I added a room where you fight the mech as a separate side passage rather than going back into the main area to fight him, because I felt it's a bit easier to navigate people through a new pathway rather than doing a bit of backtracking.
Right. By the way, how does it feel that your game had a much better reception than something from a AAA studio?
It's been
I'm talking
very
about
humble.
Overwatch.
Oh yeah, geez, that game's getting thrashed lately.
Yeah, because the game is ass.
I mean, it feels pretty unreal. I mean, it's definitely reviewed better than I thought it was going to review. But I'm just glad that people are getting a lot out of it. Especially, because I played this game to death, right? Like, when I started making this game, I made it because it was the kind of thing I wanted to play, but I've kind of done my dash with it, and I feel like, I've had my fun with Turbo. I kind of want to move on to the next thing.
Yeah. Like Turbo was sort of started as a palate cleanser after Total Chaos.
Yeah, now I'm like, I want to go back to Total Chaos. It's like,
yeah.
But I'm just glad that I can kind of leave it and know that, people are having fun with it.
Yeah.
And that's the first game I've ever released where people have kind of, I've made a lot of games before, but nobody ever played them. This is kind of the first one that I guess now people are playing Total Chaos, but when I first released that, like, nobody played it.
It wasn't really a known thing outside of the Doom community.
Yeah, and it was only when I started working on this that it slowly started to get more of a player base.
Yeah.
But
I think the Pyrocynical video was sort of what really
that was really
put it on the map. Yeah.
That was really unexpected when he did that. I just get a message out of the blue on the Turbo Twitter. He's like, hey, is this the guy that made Total Chaos? Just so you know, I'm making a video about it, and it's gonna release in like a few weeks. And I'm like, oh shit.
When Pyro's going to make a review on Turbo Overkill since he made the video on Total Chaos?
I don't know. I don't know if this is.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's specifically the kind of game he would make a video on.
I mean, I know he follows I know he follows the Twitter channel. I mean, the Twitter page, but
Yeah.
I think he just does that because it's like, oh, this guy made Total Chaos, and you know, I guess
And
this is
he's
his
making
main
an
Twitter.
awesome game again.
Yeah, this is very, very different in tone from the last stuff I did, but I kind of
Yeah,
enjoy
instead
doing
of
that.
trying to store your memories.
Yeah, sometimes once you've worked on something for a long time, you want to make the opposite of what you were making before.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna. I think I want to take a break from boomer shooters.
Yeah.
It's
Is it-
it's all right, honestly.
Is it gonna be like going back to survival horror, or you gonna do something more new school?
Well, I think I'm still trying to figure it out, but
Yeah.
like there are a few projects that I got kind of on the go at the moment, but one of the ones I've announced that is very likely happening is a redo of that Total Chaos mod, which is a survival horror.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to expand on that as I work on it to try and make it a bit more and add a bit more to it. Do what I wanted to do with it originally when I made it a Doom mod.
All right. Still trying to locate the signal source of Artifact Zero. It appears to be moving fast through.
And do you
I
do
still have a
game
bunch of
development?
old Total Chaos builds as well.
Oh yeah, you've got the
Yeah.
alternative versions where it was before I had the story on it.
Well, it had a story, but a different story.
A very different story.
Yeah.
Different story.
It's kind of like
I guess the different story is the guy who's just got stuck in the island, nothing, too deep.
so no, there wasn't any of that inner like stuck in your head sort of stuff in the original version. It was more based around. I think the premise was like a mind control device.
Yeah, it was much more sort of supernatural focused rather than psychological.
Yeah.
Wait, that's MD.
Like, the psychological horror stuff is something that was added a lot later.
Very last minute too. I think on the
Yeah.
last 2 or 3 months of the mod being made was when all of that like mind horror stuff got introduced.
Yeah.
It was a very, very different thing right up until the end of it. And I don't think it would have done as well if I stuck with the original idea for it.
The whole mind control thing.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to revisit that at some point, but I don't think it was right for Total Chaos.
Maybe you should make a mind control game that's in, like you're in the Cold War.
Ooh.
And this CIA trying to mind control.
MK Ultra.
Yeah, MK Ultra.
Yeah.
Is
That'll
that
be rad.
is that the type of mind control you're trying to go with?
Probably a more supernatural version of it.
Well, yeah, the older versions of Total Chaos were more supernatural.
Yeah, it was like there was this big tower that let off all these radioactive, like these radio waves. And it was kind of evolved around that. But in the final mod, that tower is just like a big spire that lets off a lot of radiation.
I just looked at Total Chaos and I don't believe it's vanilla Doom 2.
Well,
I don't.
GZ Doom, but
Yeah, it's GZ Doom, but it's
not entirely vanilla. But I mean, you can still spawn like Doom monsters into it, and
yeah, you can mount it with like various GZ Doom mods.
yeah, it can get pretty humorous.
Yeah,
it just looks like so very different. Like Total Chaos is like a diamond, and Doom 2 is like the coal that the diamond is made of.
You could probably say that about like there's so many good mods for Doom.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that it's lived on this long after the game came out is just I've never seen that before, and I've never seen another. Well, apart from like maybe Half-Life, the Half-Life games having such a massive modding
Valve
community.
games have
Yeah.
a lot of like long-lived modding communities.
Why I don't understand why more games don't have such a, they don't cater more to the modding scene because it can really add a lot to your game.
Yeah.
I think because some studios fear that players might crack the game with
Yeah.
the modding tools.
And also,
One studio that actually still focuses a lot on modding, surprisingly, is Frictional Games, the Amnesia devs.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Right.
I was quite surprised when I was looking through the files of Amnesia the Bunkers to find everything was in standard file formats and unencrypted.
Oh man. I still need to play that. The bunker.
Yeah, it's really good.
I cannot wait for the
Also,
talks
Sam, when are you
Brain
playing
Engine
Receiver
mod.
too?
Soon trademark.
What? What y'all talking about?
Oh well, so Boot gifted me Receiver 2 several years back. I still haven't
No, I
gotten
think it
around
was a year. Well, I think it was in March of this year, not several years, but it's a game I've been talking about and playing for several years.
Yeah, and I still haven't played it.
This is a game that's just you use pistols to destroy turrets and try and
Yeah, it's the game where every part of the firearm is simulated.
Where you can accidentally shoot yourself.
Yeah.
Man, I'm this difficulty's kicking my ass.
Okay, so this one is kicking your ass, but not the
Yeah.
second.
I don't know if you fixed it, but after the second or third row here, there's a invisible
Oh
trigger
yeah,
that sets you back
yeah.
to the roof.
That's been fixed. That was just me poorly placing triggers around the building.
Oh my god, is that the NFT right there?
Yeah, take a screenshot, guys. Take a
NFT
screenshot.
Homer
Yeah,
Simpson.
monkey.
Wait, how much it cost to get that NFT, dude?
I literally just slapped that together in MS Paint.
No.
Monkey
You have to give
JPEG?
it a
No,
cost. You have to give it a
That-
cost.
Yeah, that's gotta cost at least like 1.5 million
Yeah,
like
that's
bitcoins.
420
No,
420 million.
Screenshotted.
No, let me give it a new unique coin. It's called shit coin.
Shit coin.
You have to get 69 shit coins to get that image. Do not screenshot. No screenshot, okay?
Wait. Hold up. No.
Go on.
Please get back. Get back. Oh yeah.
Why you put? There's a bunch of bullet holes. You can't sell it anymore.
I got it.
They're slowly disappearing.
Screenshot it. Beautiful, I have it. I'm putting it in the
You have
screen.
no more ammo.
There we go. Got a bit of a flame.
Don't
Okay.
mind
blemish
about
adds
this.
character and value, trust.
Oh, here we go. How about this?
Oh,
yeah, wait,
perfect,
yeah,
yes,
that's perfect, that's perfect. Yeah.
Okay, here's another NFT right there.
The first time I heard from this game, I was watching like someone's video about it called Chainsaw Man the game, and
I can never say his
Oh,
name,
yeah,
right?
Oi. Yeah, it's Oi.
Yeah.
He's the goat.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's
and it was literally at the like when the arm launcher launches and Johnny flips off like into the atmosphere. That's when I decided that I need to play this game. Like this is like a walking shit post. I
think
need to play this.
There's something I wish I had more in episode 2 and 3 was more shitpost stuff. Because like I don't know, I think when I started out making this, I didn't take it as seriously as I did by the end of it.
Well, I mean, you can still put something in it if you like.
Yeah,
more
still.
of that.
There's always an
excellent artwork
opportunity.
right there.
I guess
More-
so,
More excellent artwork. The NFT
Yeah.
that cost shit
Well-
billion coins.
well, what I was gonna do, I was gonna try and patch in, like, you know, that big glowing X that Elon Musk put on the Twitter building.
Oh my
Yeah.
Oh
god,
no,
I-
no.
I was gonna like try
No.
and sneak one of those in with like a million intensity for bloom or something, so you look at it and it just blows your screen out.
Holy shit.
That's what the HDR support's for.
The HDR
No,
support,
no,
which is
that's-
still broken.
That's not even HDR, that's RTX.
RTX XX.
Yeah. Like imagine putting in like RTX support into Turbo Overkill, but
Well, going back to
nothing
the
is nothing is RTX except that one specific neon sign.
that'd be amazing.
going back to the way this game's rendered, sadly, because I'm using an outdated pipeline in Unity, it doesn't let me put in RTX support unless I upgrade the rendering engine, which means
Yeah, which
Right.
means you would have to
A lot
like
of bugs,
break
a lot of
things.
glitches, a lot of
Yeah.
fixing stuff. Yeah.
yeah, you gotta like redo all your shaders,
Yeah.
which would be far too much work, unfortunately. But RTX would look pretty fucking cool in this. I gotta admit.
It's an understatement, man. RTX Turbo Overkill would be crazy.
Yeah.
No,
It look
Computer will
absolutely
explode.
beautiful. Yeah, more than explode, bro. It's basically a nuke.
My
That's
eyes,
crazy.
dude. My eyes would not survive.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Too many reflections.
Uh,
Imagine putting like the X building in like a really obscure space where you know like not everyone is going to go there to look, and just cranking up the rays on that one specific X sign.
Yeah.
So like when someone sees it, they either crash out into the desktop or just have a really bad lag for that time.
All because of the X.
Yeah. Yeah, and it would have like really high bloom intensity, so your screen would just go like almost completely white too.
There are some. Sometimes the bloom does glitch out if I like go into the mouse wheel. There are some shaders where sometimes you'll like get this different field effect, and it will just
Yeah.
there'll be like one pixel somewhere which has a
Yeah,
bad like,
Firefly that sets
Yeah.
off the bokeh.
and it just like blows the screen out.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it so much. Like it happens more in episode 2 and 3, but usually due to
I
bad
don't use
light mapping
mouse
data.
wheel. I just put the weapons on my keyboard and just do a little quick swapping.
Depth of field is a hard effect to get right in games.
One thing I'd be very curious about is how you will handle the last train battle on the next level, because it's
Oh,
hard
yeah.
as balls.
Oh yeah. That level was actually that was another level that sucked on release. Was Artifact Zero.
Your monthly check-in. Please remember that the work I did to save you is
Oh, I cannot believe Doctor won't sing Chocolate Rain.
Oh yeah, same guy.
Chocolate rain.
He's amazing.
rain.
Oh my god. I forgot about that. Yeah,
Is such a
Chocolate Rain.
Chocolate
Yeah,
rain.
Chocolate rain.
one of my favorite characters.
Man, internet used to be simple back then. Now,
it's so
No, just
complicated now. You
people
could just post a cat
unironically-
video.
Yeah.
now
Post a cat
people
video
just
and then you're
unironically believing themselves to be Sigma Bale.
Well,
and then
cat videos are always kind of resurfacing on the internet. Like we had like Piano Cat, then Grumpy Cat, then Michael.
I feel like I'm old because I don't understand the latest trend of cat pictures and videos.
Oh,
It's
no.
basically like
That's all you need.
random stuff without meaning, and that's funny because
It's like
It has
here's a
no
cat.
meaning. Yeah.
Here's a cat that looks like it's super muscly, or here's one that's super close
Yes.
up to the camera.
yes,
No,
and it's funny. Laugh.
Here's what we found funny nowadays.
Huh?
Jesus Christ. No, not the metal pipe. I'm so tired of the metal pipe. Oh my
No,
god.
you're not. You love the metal pipe. The metal pipe's the
I
best.
love the metal
It's the
pipe.
best
Please,
we've ever been.
I love metal pipe. Stop. Oh my god.
Love the
No.
metal pipe.
No.
Oh, I'm gonna unmute Discord. I'm going to I'm muting the soundboard real quick.
Oh,
I'm
God.
actually like
Oh no.
I feel
She's
like everyone
free.
on the internet is just so burnt out because of,
okay, never mind, never
because
mind. You
of
played the Down
fucking
to the Bone riff.
memes that everything is now funny. The if it's loud, it's funny. If it's cute, it's funny. If it's weird, it's funny. If it's Ryan Gosling, it's not funny. It's fucking sexy.
Oh, that knocking
Oh,
one gets me
that-
so
yeah,
much.
I hate
That
it.
one's
one,
real.
I hate
that one
that
got me,
knock
man.
noise.
That got
Yeah,
me.
that one gets me good.
Stupid Down to the Bone riff. Da-da-da-da-da.
Well, low quality.
Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na.
Yes.
Bad to the bone. Da-na-na-na-na. Bad to the bone.
I think the last like good string. Oh my god, is that the postal guy?
Oh my god, a postal guy.
That sounds
The
like something
one
you would
postal
say.
guy.
Yeah, my favorite character
Ow.
from Postal 2 is Postal Guy.
You guys,
Postal guy from the hit game Postal.
have you guys seen the movie?
Nah.
Yeah.
It's
There's a
it's
what?
there's a postal movie by Uwe Boll.
No way.
Why?
Yeah.
Really?
Why?
It's probably Uwe Boll's best movie, but that's not saying a lot because he's quite a terrible director. But it's not bad. I mean, it kind of feels like exactly what a postal movie would feel like. But it's kind of dumb.
Come on.
Let's see.
Uwe
So-
Boll is the best director of all times.
Yeah, I take that back. He's a mastermind.
He is the director.
Is it the one that came out in 2007? Is that the one we're talking about?
I think so. Yeah.
Ah, yeah, I see
Wait,
it.
did
Oh
that-
my god, this looks horrible.
Yeah.
Hold up, wait, I need to search
Like
this
in a
up
good
now.
way.
Postal 2000. Let's see.
Alright,
Jack
have you
Ward
played
is
Payday
the
2
postal
before?
dude.
Has anyone
man, this
played
looks lit.
Postal? No, not Postal
My
2.
God.
Payday 2.
This
I have
looks
not.
so American.
No, I have not.
This looks so American. What?
Yeah, I mean, he looks
Jesus
like
Christ.
he. That's gonna be an interesting movie for sure.
All aboard the pain train, sir.
God,
What the hell?
God
All aboard
dang.
the pain train, sir.
Oh my god, I got the metal pipe sound. But I'm
No,
not.
No, 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 no.
No.
No,
I'm
no,
not gonna
no.
play it though. I'm not gonna play it.
Put the pipe,
I'm
put the
gonna play it,
pipe
though.
down.
Yeah,
Put the pipe.
down
Yeah,
slowly
please.
so it doesn't
No,
make
no,
No,
noise.
put the pipe down.
Slowly.
Put the pipe down. Just carefully.
I set it down.
Oh god.
Wow, what the?
What was
I
that?
hate that.
What was that?
Jesus
I
Christ.
didn't
something
even
from
hear that.
Overkill. That's something from Overkill dying. For sure, for sure.
Robot dying. Oh, to kill sound.
Hang on.
Oh,
Okay,
Go,
Sin.
okay.
Okay. You got this, Sin. You can do this.
poor Sin. You're just misunderstood.
No,
Yeah.
no, I think we understand.
She
him
just want to
perfectly.
rule everything. She just want to be the ruler of everything.
Don't we all?
Look how I
No.
talk. Do you like how I walk?
Oh no.
Do you like
No,
how my
then-
face disintegrates into chalk?
I've reached
I
the
got a
point.
beautiful wife. I got a powerful job. Na, na, na,
You
na.
guys know who voices Sin, right? That's Patricia Summonset, who's the voice of Zelda from the new Zelda games and many other games.
Damn.
Epic Gaming. I don't. cool. Thumbs up.
So
Uh,
after I beat this guy, after I beat Artifact Zero, I probably will have to bounce. But I
You'll
may
be
do
here
this.
tomorrow.
Yeah, chances are I will be. It depends on what the baby says.
Oh yeah, congrats on the kid, by the way.
Thank you.
yeah, congrats by the way. Yeah.
But again,
I
the funny thing
forgot.
of
Hopefully you become a good. Hopefully you're a good dad.
yeah, I'll do my
Hopefully.
best. But
Oh boy.
Don't leave.
girl,
Oh, bless
Nope.
you. That's so cute.
Just
Thank
put the
you.
detergent into on high place.
well, yeah. So she's at the age now where, fortunately, we don't have to worry about making the house baby proof. So at around about 6 months, when she learns to crawl, that's when we kind of have to start moving things around and hiding stuff. So yeah, right now she's at the stage of, you know, a little peanut dressed up in a, you know, just wrapped up in cloth. Can't do much but lie there. So yeah, she's pretty cute. But yeah, we'll see. See what's happening tomorrow. It might not be the same time. It might be at some really random time, unfortunately. So I apologize for that. Some reason I tried to get my grapple hook out, but it didn't work. I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Door stuff.
I need to get some help. Oh!
What I found the best tactic against this splitter is like quick switching between the normal and the ultra shotgun.
Oh yeah. Pretty OP. I feel like I gotta nerf it, but I think it's too late.
No.
Nah, don't do
No.
that. It's too
Don't
fun.
do that.
It's
Don't.
fun.
No.
You can't
no.
nerf his only strategy.
Don't take away my
I will
fun.
refund. I will refund if you do that. No.
Originally, this level was gonna have 2 trains in it, and you jump between the 2 trains.
Ooh.
But that started getting a bit too complicated.
Oh, I was sneezing a bunch, but
Yeah, the first time I played this game, it like blew my mind. I'd never seen anything like. It's just so cool, man. Everything was so cool.
Yeah, it's
Especially this level.
kind of makes me
I had to
wonder. It's
say,
like if I try and make a sequel to this, what the hell am I gonna do? Like,
Yeah,
I
like
feel
how
like
do you
Exactly
top
what
yourself?
you're
How do
gonna
I-
do.
I'll
You're
just
gonna
make
do
it.
hell.
I'm gonna do now.
dual
I'll,
rocket
Hell.
launchers, dual shotguns.
I'll just make it
No,
a date.
the freaking multiplayer co-op thing. It
Complete
like
tonal
when it was
shift.
broken.
Johnny
And-
like gets back with Reaper and Reaper takes his balls and Johnny gets mad and hunts Reaper down.
I'll make it a dating sim.
Yeah.
With Ripper and Johnny,
Yeah,
that'd be
probably.
sick.
Oh no! I can see
That's
the fan art rolling in.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, all the
Yeah,
augments are gonna get weird.
I was the one actually who suggested that we need Reaper NSFW.
I'm
What the
fortunate enough. I'm fortunate enough that I haven't run into any Rule 34 yet. But then again, I feel like there's a statistic where if you see Rule 34 of something you've made, then you know you've made it.
Yeah,
There-
people like it enough.
There is
to
there is
do
a
that.
very high chance because I'm actually studying to be a graphic designer.
Oh God, please don't. Don't ruin my baby.
I
I will.
I do not draw Rule 34, so you won't be seeing that anytime.
Thank God.
But
Thank you.
I am having drawing inspiration from this game, so suck my balls. It is gonna be fun.
What kind of art you draw?
The one where you like take a tool and you like put lines.
Oh
On.
No, that's
but-
crazy.
Anyway, I'm
Wow.
gonna go now.
Thanks,
See you
guys.
some.
Fuck yeah,
Alright.
lines. How do they work?
Oh, We lost. We lost
Oh yeah,
someone.
we lost Brute. Brute had to run. But I
Oh
think
no.
I am nearing the end anyway. As soon as this boss is done, I'm probably gonna bounce. So I guess if anybody had any last minute questions until tomorrow, well, potentially tomorrow. It's not confirmed yet, but yeah.
Yeah.
What?
So where did the concept for the train come from? Was it just like something you have to do to an FPS game, or was it just like what happened?
Yeah, that's basically that. Like I knew I've always wanted to make one. I always thought it would be fun and easy to do, but
Yeah.
I did not anticipate it to be this hard to make a train level. But yeah, I mean, I've
So
always
by the
wanted
way,
to.
how did you actually make the train moving? Did
Yeah.
you move the background, or does the train move and just the background is being generated?
I can probably show you. Let's see if I can find it. It's literally just, yeah, here we go. So the train is static; it doesn't move.
Huh?
So here's a train geo, and yeah,
It's
basically the world just moves around it. Although it's, hang on, wait, let's see if this works. B train. There's a console command that makes it. No, it's not working now. Oh, there we go. So yeah, it's just the world that moves around it. So if I go out here, it's like
Shit.
everything's static.
It's very trippy.
Dang.
Yeah.
But still,
So-
cool fact.
Did it take you a while to like figure out this is what you wanted to do with it? Like, did you have the train moving at first before you said let's just have the background move? Fuck it.
Yeah, yeah. I always knew, like, with the way the game was made, it didn't really allow for moving objects and having stuff standing on moving objects. So I was like, yeah, if I'm gonna make a train level, it has to be the world moving around the train. And
Right.
originally, I had a really cool shader effect where, if you look into the distance, like if you look out here, the vertices would actually get deformed in a way where it looked like the train was going around corners. But I had to take it out because it wouldn't work on every object. Like you'd kill an enemy and you'll leave like a health box on the ground, and that health box would just be floating in the middle of the air as the world was deforming around it. So I had to take it out, which is why the train only goes straight. But yeah, it's basically just. I mean, you can see it here how it's rebounding. It's just heading a point and going over there. So just a cheap trick.
I had a suspicion, honestly, because if it was the other way around, then, for example, the rocket launcher would absolutely not work.
Oh yeah. A lot of stuff would just
Yeah, like the movement as well. Like I was like, dude, the movement surprisingly feels good on this moving train. Like, what the hell's going on? It makes sense now. Wow.
There we go. Yeah, it's just a cheap trick, but yeah,
It gets the job done.
It's a job done.
It's still a fun level. Doesn't destroy
Oh my
my
God,
immersion.
the boy. Oh, never mind. Bye.
See you later, boy.
Dumb as baby.
Boy.
Train heavy as hell.
Oh, what's up, baby girl? What is this?
Dumb as
never
baby.
mind. These are my shawties.
Here comes the.
Here comes the big
Here
sock.
comes the boy. Here comes
the big
boy.
sock.
Some type of body slash
Honestly, I agree.
creature, I guess.
Yeah,
I
so
agree with this creature.
the whole idea of this thing was it was supposed to be. It's supposed to be like concrete, gore, metal, just a bunch, anything it could find around the environment. It was just like suck it into this singular form. If that makes sense.
It's not really body horror.
Found another big rocket.
Kinda, but yeah. I don't know if it translated well or not, but the whole idea was like you can see here he's sucking in a bunch of concrete and then throwing it out. That was the whole idea. It was behind Artifact Zeros. It's just this thing that can manipulate, objects around it and make these forms. But it didn't really explore it too much.
Did you design? Did you design the final form of scene after this specifically?
You mean that
Or,
one phase where it's like a tower?
yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of, yeah. I did that because I figured, well, the Artifact Zero better work quite well. I'll try and bring some of that back in the Sin boss. If I
Yeah, it
still
absolutely
feel it,
worked out.
I still feel it worked better here though.
Here's a fun fact, by the way. You can just stand on the eye,
Oh yeah,
and
you
nothing
can.
and nothing
You-
will happen to you.
You can chainsaw it too.
Yeah. Are you gonna get that fixed or it's not gonna be fixed? It's just a funny
I
thing
don't.
to do.
Yeah, I don't know if it's probably gonna stay like that. I don't know if I'm really gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna go back and touch it up. Oh, I also get a bit worried about going back and changing stuff because I know some people like it the way it is, and if I go back and fix it, then people are like, oh, why did this get fixed? It didn't need fixing.
Kind of like with the bike.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some
I
people
know a
like
lot
the
of
old
people
bike.
didn't enjoy the yeah.
Some people like the old bike,
Wow.
but I know a lot of people prefer the new bike. It's kind of a bit of a. It's a bit tricky.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
actually
only
prefer-
problem
I
with
like
it.
the, no, I like the
actually-
new bike.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
me
like it
too.
better. You can actually control it. Like it just makes the gameplay more fun. You don't crash no walls. I mean, yeah, you can't like do the slide shooting thing.
Well,
But like,
that's back now, but it's
oh,
not as
it's back
common.
now?
You
Okay.
actually can. You actually can.
Okay.
It used to be a lot
Yeah,
more
it's
OP.
perfect then.
They won. Sin's control paradise.
I don't know about
The
that.
one, the
Sam.
one thing I kind of like missed with the bike update is that first I thought that nothing changed because I didn't read the patch notes through, and I didn't know that the bike had changed into a hover bike because it's when it's standing still, it's very not noticeable. And you can really only see like the flames when you're out in third person. So
Yeah, the model of the bike itself didn't actually shit. Even look at it here in the main menu, it's still the old bike. I need to update that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the modifications to the bike were very minimal on the model. It was just like we added some stuff to the wheels to make it look like it had thrusters
A
on
hover
it.
bike. Yeah.
Yeah. That was mainly because I didn't want to have to make Aaron redo the key art a lot to make it look more like a hover bike. But I think it was a better change because the old bike controlled pretty poorly. The fact that you couldn't strafe on it was probably one of the main reasons why it just didn't work.
Hey, one more question before you leave. Are the growths made of human flesh or?
Oh yeah, it's all human flesh. Anything organic that it can find, it just gets like kind of smashed into this. Like it's a bit hard to see sometimes, but it is flesh, but it's also bits of like tech.
Metal.
Yeah, tech and metal and pipes.
So, is it technically cannibalism if I eat it?
Yes, it would be.
Yeah. Yeah,
don't
don't
want
do
to.
that, man.
We'll do it anyway.
You don't want to eat the Syntech. The Syntech's bad.
And also,
but
tastes
the real question is, would it cause any harm to you?
That is not something I've thought about. I would say yes.
yeah,
I would
because
say-
it's syntax.
I'd say it's
Always-
full of nanobots, and it will just try and assimilate you from the inside out.
But
I
it
would
So
assume.
tastes good.
I'll become one of those
Tastes good.
acid creatures.
Yes, you would be.
Oh.
Well, the funny law about those is they're probably the least sin monsters in the game because I'm kind of on the fence if they're actually part of sin or if they're just creatures that live in the depths of paradise. That's something I haven't really thought about yet. But anyways, I gotta run. But thanks for joining. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for being here.
All right. Catch
Thanks for
y'all
being here.
later.
Thanks for talking with us. Thanks for streaming. Thanks for making
Yeah.
the game. Everything.
Yeah, especially that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank-
especially the game.
Thanks for playing it, guys. I'll try and do. Yeah, I'll try and do episode 2 tomorrow.
All right,
Take
But
your
I'll-
time.
Yeah.
take your time.
See how we go. All right. Catch you guys later.
Yeah, enjoy your night,
Alright.
man.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night,
So what's
y'all.
yeah, what are y'all all gonna go do? What's everybody doing?
Yeah.
It's 6 in the